Waste away your life and linger. Sitting at home watching Jerry Springer. Do blackface and a monkey shine. Cut a jig at the same time. Cause niggas is a beautiful thing. Niggas is a beautiful thing. Hit me. Niggas is a beautiful thing.
Oh, I'm so surprised. I'm so surprised. Y'all been in church 2 hours and you're expecting to see heaven out here, and there ain't no heaven.
Tweedle, tweedle, deedle, dee. Didn't it rain, my children? Didn't it rain? Oh, welcome back. Burning down the master's house. Elamine Unscripted in the building. Once again, please be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, donate, hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when I upload future content. If you can hear me smiling, that's because I know I'm probably gonna get on your nerves this show because I've been tripping all day. I really do not know where this idea. Nah, I'm gonna tell you where this idea came from. I got triggered by a comment regarding this Rosetta Tharpe thing, and I'm gonna show it to you, and we're gonna go in. I'm going in today. But it triggered me down. It triggered me down this rabbit hole of information that I think so many of us really need to be aware of. And I'm honestly very excited about this show. I really like the thumbnail that I created. Like I'm giving myself kudos for that. But what Snoop say? I want to thank me, for doing all the things. I want to thank me for this thumbnail because it just happened. It happened so smooth, so organically, and I'm just grateful. I really am. Tweedle, 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 dee. Didn't it rain, my children? Didn't it rain? Oh, Sister Rosetta Tharpe. Okay. All right. Without further ado, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm woosah. Okay. Let me get serious here. Okay. If you don't know who Rosetta Tharpe is, they call her the mother of rock and roll. She blended gospel. You're gonna learn about that word. She blended gospel and rock and roll. And so we about to get into this rabbit hole of information regarding Sister Tharpe and the origins of the origins of the spirit of gospel. And man, let's get it. Tweedledee. Okay, I'm stopped. All right. So I think I was, how you're scrolling on YouTube and the video just starts automatically playing, and you can see like the comments. And so I saw this comment, 15,000 likes. People don't realize just how important and revolutionary. When I see that, that's revolutionary. I got a whole different context on that meaning. So she says, people don't realize just how important and revolutionary this woman truly was. She was the first person ever to combine rock and roll with gospel. while also being one of the first to use guitar distortion. Even Eric Clapton took inspiration from her. Keyword, even Eric Clapton took inspiration from her. This woman is incredible and up there with the very best. Is she now? Is she up there? Up there. You have to forgive my southern vernacular. I'm a Memphian, born and partially raised, but up there with the very best. Okay. So this was I'm happy that this was 3 years ago, because right on top of that comment, here was mine. There is nothing revolutionary about Black people singing and dancing to entertain white people while they objectify and assist in having themselves exploited for another's profit and gain. Negroes reduce themselves to mere spectacles to make whites feel good about them. It's actually a very sad form of degradation. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. But I'm going to tell you why I said that. Because coming out of the church, not me, but I'm just saying, you know, the whole entertainment thing with Black people, how many great singers, songwriters, pianists, guitarists, drummers, etc., came out of the church? Tons of them, hundreds, maybe hundreds of thousands. Everybody who goes into the entertainment or the music industry, if you're Black, you more than likely came out of the church. I ain't heard nothing. Like, he came from a Muslim mosque and he just shot up in notoriety in the music business. You know what I'm saying? No, everybody come out of the church. And Black people love singing and dancing. We okay, you can sing and you can I like to sing it. I like to sing it in the June, in the spring. I like to sing it. You remember that cartoon? I told you I'm gonna have fun this show, but you remember that cartoon? I think it was like a little owl looking cartoon that was doing. I like to sing it. I like to sing it in the June, in the spring. So singing and dancing is such a okay, it's entertaining and all, but it ain't revolutionary. You know, if you got any real historical knowledge of Black minstrel, which is really where a lot of these concepts of Negroes singing and dancing and all of that, you know, that's where a lot of these concepts come from. And I'm gonna do a whole show about the Black minstrel, the Black minstrel movement and the historical context behind that, as far as dealing with really America and Europe or whatever else. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a deep rabbit hole when you're dealing with this blackface thing. The blackface thing goes all the way back to King James and Queen Anna of Denmark. But we're not going to go that route right now. That'll be in another show. So let's get it. Sister Rosetta Tharpe and the Spirit of Gospel. Let's we're about to go in. So let's touch base on what is gospel. What is this word that I'm sure a lot of you don't really understand the history behind this word, or not the history behind the word, the etymology behind this word, gospel. Let's go into that right quick. God spell, Old English, glad tidings announced by Jesus, one of the four gospels. Literally, it means good spell, from God, good. Okay, message. Let's skip on down though. Skip on down. The word passed early from English to continental Germanic languages in forms that clearly indicate the first element has shifted to God, such as Old Saxon God spell. Okay, well, hold on now. Saxon God spell? Whose God are we talking about? Old High German God spell, Old Norse Guspial. Guspial, I guess that's how you would pronounce that. Used of anything as true as the gospel from mid 13th century. Any doctrine maintained as an exclusive importance from 1650s, as an adjective from 1640s. Gospel music in reference to Christian songs is by 1875. Gospel gossip, which it seems that's a great deal. That goes on in the church. A lot of gossip with a gospel. That goes on in the black church. We know that for sure. One who is always talking of sermons, texts, etc. Okay. So I mean, if you can't put that together, this probably ain't the channel for you. You have to go and get more of an elementary level understanding if you couldn't follow any of that. Okay, so we're gonna deal with the Saxons. We're gonna deal with let's figure out and learn a little bit more about gospel, and we're gonna see who this God is, and we're gonna see about Saxons as well. This is a Saxon. I don't see no melanin. I don't see no soul. I don't see a melanin soul in sight. That's a Saxon. Hold on now. What's God such as Old Saxon, God spell, Old High German, God spell, Old Norse, Guspial, Saxons. Okay, let's keep going. What is a Saxon? A Saxon is a member of a Germanic people who in ancient times lived in the area of modern Schleswig. I don't know how to pronounce that. I ain't gonna even Schleswig, whatever, along the Baltic coast. The period of Roman decline in the northwest area of the empire was marked by vigorous Saxon piracy in the North Sea. During the 5th century, the Saxons spread rapidly through North Germany and along the coast of Gaul and Britain. The coastal stretch from Elbe to the look, this ain't my original language. Y'all brought us over here. Some of us were already here, and my original language is gone. So don't make me pronounce or make me feel bad that I can't pronounce these ugly ass words that seem difficult, because this ain't my original language. Okay, I'm new to English. But scaled rivers, however, was held by Frisians, on whom the Saxons had great influence. Who are these Frisians? Frisians that the Saxons had influence on these people. We ain't gonna go into the Frisians today. Right now, we're dealing with Saxons. These are Saxons. Is that a cross? Interesting. That's what a Saxon looked like. Okay, let's keep going. God spell. Guspial. Old English God, supreme deity, supreme being, deity, the Christian God, image of a God, God-like person, Proto-Germanic, Guthen. source of Old Saxon, they go that Old Frisian, Dutch God, Old High German Gott. You know, you see people say, God damn, you're still saying God. German Gott, Old Norse Ghoul. It really makes me think about ghoul, a ghoul, or goon maybe. Gothic, which is of uncertain origin. That which is invoked, to call, an epithet of Indra. To call, invoke, the notion would be divine entity summoned to a sacrifice. Calling a god, gospel. So you're basically, gospel would be summoning a divine entity to a sacrifice. Who's being sacrificed though? What is the sacrifice? What happens in this sacrifice? But some trace it to pi, and we'll get into pi later on, which is very interesting. There's a whole nother chamber of information. The movie The Life of Pi. We'll get into pi later on in some videos, but this is gonna be very interesting. To pour libations, people pour out a little liquor. A Tupac song, pour out a little liquor. Yeah, that. So even in the essence of that, pouring libation, it's about God, that people pour out to the Spirit. So given the Greek facts, the Germanic form may have referred in the first instance to the spirit immanent in the burial mound. So we're talking about a spirit in a burial mound. Sound like a dead spirit to me. Sound like necromancy. Sound like you're dealing with something dead. But hey, let's keep on moving. This is in my seeking this information out, I came across this, which made me automatically think about this Black Anglo-Saxon. He calls himself Charlemagne the God, who we all know him from The Breakfast Club. Charlemagne was another, what do you say? The expansion of the Saxons brought collision with the Franks. In 1772, not 1772, I'm sorry, y'all, 772, the Frankish ruler, Charlemagne, decided on a campaign of conquest and conversion of the Saxons. So here you have Frankish individuals wanting to a conversion of the Saxons with interruptions. The savage Saxon wars lasted 32 years and ended with the incorporation of the Saxons into the Frankish Empire. So Saxon Frankish. I ain't gonna go all the way deep all into this. If you want to get an understanding of maybe how some of this might look, I would suggest that you go check out the film. Hold on, I'm gonna pull it up right quick. Go check out this film. Go check out King Arthur. Go check out King Arthur. If you wanna, I guess, kind of see, because they fighting Saxons in there. They're talking about all of that. Merlin, the Saxons, all these wars. These are just war cults, essentially. White male war cults. So, but we'll get back to that later on. All right, let me get back to my original space. All right. And keep all of this in line with Charlemagne the God as well, and whatever kind of role that he plays in converting the mindsets of a melanated people. Just keep it in mind. So tell me, this is a hierarchy among the Saxons. Where was Sister Tharpe in her gospel and her Guspial? Tell me where she would fit in this hierarchy. I want to know. I don't see nobody melanated. I hear that Freeman. He look a little melanated, but you know we know these are Saxons, Anglo-Saxons, good pasty white Saxons. More than likely, back in those times, and it might have been a little black nobility back in those days too. We know that existed, but Sister Tharpe might have been a serf. But I'm gonna show you a very interesting photo that I found of her, and we're gonna see if these were Saxons or what they call Greys, if you get what I'm saying, those Jewish people. So let's keep on going. See, it seemed like anything as far as they come out the church, because you're dealing with something spiritually that you don't really understand. You're dealing with concepts that were imposed on you. They love that. Their people love that. So they don't have any problem paying homage to a so-called black woman that's keeping their traditions alive, that's speaking to their God. You see what I'm saying? Like y'all gotta, that's here in America, a lot of us are brainwashed through the church. But on the outskirts, South America, back in Africa, these people still practicing ancient or what they call traditional African religions. They still beating on drums. They still dancing. They still pouring libations too. Go check out some of them videos in Haiti, them folks conjuring Urzuli, Ogufore, you know what I'm saying? Like, go check some of that out. You see what I'm saying? But when I was looking through all of this, so many Saxon-looking people pays homage to Sister Rosetta Tharpe. But let's keep on going. We talked about King Arthur. I'm telling y'all, and I actually like this film. I really do. I really do. I really like this film. But go check this film out, King Arthur, the director's cut, the extended version, whatever. Check that film out. That's good. Who are those two men back there? Who are those two men back there with Sister Tharpe just sitting over there watching? Look like handlers to me. They ain't just just walk up and it's black ladies singing stuff. Who are those men back there? They don't look melanated either. What are they just standing back there for? Ever thought about that? If you've seen this photo, have you ever thought about who are those men that might be back there? It's just very interesting. That's all I'm saying. Very, very interesting stuff. Let's keep on moving. Didn't it rain, my children? Didn't it rain? Okay. So, this Rosetta Tharpe thing, this is a whole, this music and this church thing is one big brainwashing operation for these Anglo-Saxons, or what the rich people call WASP. You know what a WASP is? White Anglo-Saxon Protestant. So some of the black people don't realize that we're the pawns in between the Jewish people and these WASP, these white Anglo-Saxon Protestants. Like, none of this stuff really registers because Negroes have been taught how to think. They've been conditioned to think a certain kind of way. So all of this stuff might even really go over some of their heads. So they don't get it. They don't understand what really come with a lot of this stuff. But Sister Tharpe, I ain't saying she's she don't need to have any sort of recognition or notoriety, but what I'm saying is a lot of the people that we've been given have been put in front of us that black people, oh, that's a black woman up there doing that. That's a black man. Look, some of these people might be black in skin and their tone, their hue, but they on the other side. You see what I'm saying? And going back to my comment that I made, how many black people you know who black people don't own the music industry? Black people don't own the music industry at all. You see black people die, get unalived in the music industry. Whitney Houston came out the church. Where's she at? Michael Jackson, where he at? Aretha Franklin. If you really go down to the rabbit hole into the lives of a lot of these people that come out of the church has been one of the most corrupt places, one of the most exploitive, abusive. I mean, the black church by far ain't innocent. And if you got any real sense, hold on, let me pull. I gotta pull this back out. We got to talk about this just for a second. Just for a quick second. Let me, if I can find it. Give me a second here, y'all. I apologize. But if I could pull this back out, this would be the business. Hold on one second. I'm gonna find this download from the other day. If I can. If I take too long, I ain't gonna worry about it, y'all, because I ain't trying to make this video longer than what it need to be. But okay, I ain't gonna worry about it. But this is why I said in my last video, you need to read Carter G. Woodson's book, The History of the Negro Church. He's dropping the science in there about how all of this really came to be. I'm telling you, it's very, very interesting. But beyond that, one thing that I will show you, because we're gonna go into this on one of the next videos that I got planned for y'all. Hold on, let me pull this up right quick. See, why I feel like I can't find nothing no more. Like I don't know. Oh my gosh, like I really don't want to take too much time, because I ain't got the time. I ain't trying to sit here and do all this and take time away from the video, because it's already going on longer than what I needed to. Here we go. So we are going to talk about the history of blacking up minstrel in a show coming up sometime soon. But this stuff is deep, y'all. This stuff is so deep. And I personally, I love it, because the truth needs to be told. Anyway, I think I covered all the bases that I wanted to cover. Don't forget to check out, let me see here. Oh, don't forget to check out this. Now, I actually found what I was looking for while I was looking at that. I found what I was really looking for. This right here. That book, you need to check this book out. I'm just going to keep it a buck. The History of the Negro Church, Carter G. Woodson. Go check that book out. And that's my time. Elamine out. Peace.